Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is 7:06 p.m. here on the East Coast. It's 4:06 p.m. there on the West Coast, and 36 over there in Australia. And it is Wednesday night, and this is the Death Rattle Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Good to see everyone in the chat. We have Mr. Wonderful. He made it. Jordan.
What's up?
Chad, what's up? Pepper Noel, what's up? What's up, Casey? Good to see you guys. What's up with you, man? You still sound like you're a little under the weather.
Yep. Still struggling. And I just got done shooting for an hour and 50 minutes. So my voice is pretty shredded because I just shot my best of the year. So like normally I put out a couple videos at the end of the year. So like last year I put out my best independent. It's like my 10 best independent movies of the year. And then I put out a video that was my runner ups. So like my top 20 through 10 kind of thing. And then I put out my top 10, but this year I decided I'm just going to do one video and it's just going to be my top 20. So, cause everybody does 10, like top 10. And I'm like, man, I looked at it. There's so many good movies that I wanted to talk about. So rather than trying to just narrow, like I still had to narrow it down as far as like the order of them. But yeah, so I just got done talking about 20 movies. But dude, it's crazy. There was even some that I struggled to, like I had to cut a couple that didn't even make my top 20.
Wow.
So,
what'd you have to cut?
Good year of ours. I don't remember. There was a couple that I was on, like Ash. Like my 10 through 20 are like, not all like big, there weren't like
Ash.
there were still movies that I really enjoyed. So, but like, I cut Ash, but there was ones that were bigger than that. Final Destination Bloodlines. It didn't even make my top 20.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine.
That's what I mean. Like once I started looking at them, I'm like, fuck, dude, there's like it was hard. That was probably the one I'm going to get the most shit for not including.
Well, we'll see.
But it's like, to me, it was just a fun movie. It was like quintessential popcorn movie. But I try to, like, my biggest criteria for mine is creativity, originality, and like, that also comes down to the creativity in like the budget. You know what I mean? So like a movie, like littler movies go a lot further with me because I'm like, they had to do a lot more with, being creative in the way that they made the movie in the first place.
Okay.
Whereas like if you're a movie like Final Destination that's got like 50 million or so budget, you're not limited on a lot of the things you want to do. So
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I have some big budget movies on my list. I just mean like, like there were some that were kind of, to me, on the same par as Final Destination Bloodlines as far as how much I enjoyed them, but they were smaller budget, like indie movies, and those are going to always be higher on my list than a big budget,
Yeah, sure. No, that makes sense. I'm hoping to do a best of the year video this month. I'm really hoping. This was the wrong month. I was going to start doing a couple of things, and stuff like releases started slowing down. I was going to start like along with my release videos, I was also going to do a fixing horror series where I pick a movie that I think.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Like ideas that would make it better.
Yeah, like what could fix this movie.
That's a really good idea. Because one of the things I always get pissed at you and a lot of other people about is like when you talk shit about a movie and you're like, that movie fucking sucks. But it's like, okay, well, where are your solutions? It's like same with like the way I look at politics. Like it's easy to talk shit and say that someone does something wrong, but it's like, what would you have done better? You know what I mean? Like, because to me, that's a positive, like there's a positivity to that in a way, because you're like you're saying like, the idea was still there, or it was, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. You're bringing solutions to the table, and I'm always about that. Like, more people need to come up with solutions instead of just complaining, because complaining doesn't fix anything. It doesn't help anything.
Sure. Well, I try to say why I think a movie is bad or good. I
Yeah.
usually try to support that, but I figured there's a
Yeah,
couple of
you
movies
do.
that
You do.
there's a couple of movies that I've seen that I've been like, you know what, this could be good if they just did these like three things differently.
Yeah.
And so,
Kind of like
so I
Together, if they just cut out the final shot of the movie.
of Together, yeah, but that
Yeah.
movie's not that bad to where I need to be like, look, I need to fix this movie. Like,
No,
I'll
but it was just the
movie,
first thing that jumped to mind, because like it's
yeah,
on my top 20, but it fell quite a bit because of that. Just that
because of
one,
that
because
last shot.
yeah, just like a certain movie, I'm not going to say because it's pretty high on my list, but the final shot of it took it up a couple spots. Because like, to me, the final image that you were stuck with in your mind, it's the reason Smile, the first Smile, didn't like get as high on my list that year as it was for a lot of people, is because
Yeah.
the ending of that, like, really just, it was just that final thing with that goofy looking creature thing, and the way that it looked in that shot, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, everything else in that movie was like, they nailed it until that final thing. And so like, that always goes a long way for me, because it's like, that's the final thing you think about when you think about that movie.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, yeah, and an ending of a movie can make or break a movie, and there's plenty of examples like that. But yeah, so I wanted to do a new series called Fixing Horror, and I'm working on the first video of that right now. I
What
also
movie are you going to start with?
Abigail. So it'll be Fixing Abigail.
Yeah.
And you know, because the first the three things that I think need to change about that movie in order for it to be good are its tone. I think it needs to fix its tone. I think it needs to fix the character. Joey Joey needs to be a better character,
Which
and
one's Joey?
the main girl. Plot. I called her plot armor in my review.
Yeah. Yeah. We need more
Joey,
of who she is. We need more of all of the characters in that movie.
yes, I agree.
Like it didn't make my top 20 of last year. And like, a lot of people were like, it was like in their top couple. It's like, I still enjoyed it. Like, we've argued about that movie because I'm like, because I still enjoy it for what it is, but it's still like a lacking movie. Like, if I critique it, so to speak. But I don't agree with you when it comes to tone. I think the fact that you say tone makes me think you just didn't get what they were trying to do as a movie.
No, I got exactly what they were trying to do,
because the tone of that movie was the point of, like, it's meant to be stupid, fun kind of movie. It's not meant to be a serious kind of movie.
Right. And they failed.
Well, then what do you mean by tone? What do you mean by tone?
I mean, they needed to pick a lane. They needed to pick horror comedy or horror comedy. They couldn't figure out what they wanted to do. There were sections of that movie that were meant to be horrible, like horrific, terrifying.
Yeah, like the dead body where she's like swimming through the dead bodies.
Yeah, and then there's also parts of the movie that are supposed to be funny that aren't. It's just tonally inconsistent because you're like,
yeah,
what kind of movie are we watching right now? And
so you're talking about where it could have and should have been mixed a little more. It's like,
yeah, and
kind of like all the butter's on the top of your popcorn, but none of it made it into the.
That's a good analogy. That is a good analogy. But
yeah.
and there are several movies that are similar to Abigail that are tonally consistent and therefore are either
their other movie, Bring Her Back, or not Bring Her Back,
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not. Because Ready or Not is like a mixture, the entire movie. It's like, it takes it serious, but there's a tongue-in-cheek and fun quality to the entire movie.
Yeah.
And like, I agree with you 100% on that then. So I do agree with you. I thought you meant like overall the tone of the movie. And I'm like, dude, it's meant to be a silly, horror comedy. But like, no, I agree with you. It was inconsistent. And that's why it didn't stand out for me. It was not a standout movie. It was like, I had fun with it, but it was one of those, like, I'll forget like that,
Yeah.
Like the Wolfman this year. The Wolfman fits in that category for me this year, where it's like, oh, it's fine.
I thought it was
fine.
fine. It was a fine
But I was
movie.
like, I forgot about it immediately.
Right.
Like when I was putting together my list, I literally wrote down every movie I saw, because to be on my list, my rule is pretty much it has to be in theaters. Because I can't really rank movies. I every now and then there'll be a couple that'll go to Shudder that I'll include because it'll be it, or like Vicious I included because even though it technically didn't go to theaters, I saw it in theaters and it was in some limited theaters.
Sorry,
you know what I mean? Even though it's mostly a Paramount release. And so like Shudder's that way. Sometimes there'll be a movie that goes straight to Shudder, but it's like they'll have a couple theaters that play it. So those are where it's kind of a gray area. Hey, dude, you're early. It's not dinner time yet.
I don't know what he's doing up here. It's definitely not dinner time, but he's up here.
He's just fat.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
It's always dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, did you see that fuckhead? This like that prank YouTuber who is fucking killing animals for his. What? Like he's setting up traps outside for like raccoons and possums and stuff, and like fucking catapulting them like hundreds of feet in the air.
I have not seen this guy.
Super jacked up, dude. I don't know. It's like every YouTuber is like talking about him today as like canceling him basically because he deserves to be fucking canceled.
Yeah, don't fuck with cats.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Don't fuck with Charlie.
Right.
Like Penguin Zero, dude. He's like kind of like the judge, jury, and executioner of the internet. It's like if you do some shit, like he's one of those few that everybody respects. So like if he can like condemns you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And like he did a whole video on him today, and I'm like, oh, that dude's ruined. He's completely like. What are you thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who thought it? Like, how could he possibly have thought that anybody would be like cool with him just fucking killing animals?
Well, he probably just did it for the attention, and it was the negative attention. And look, it got him on Penguin Zero.
Yeah, but he's canceled. Like, no, like he already had a big platform. This dude's like done. Like, he'll probably lose like his half of his audience like within this week. Like that's the thing. That's what I was saying with Penguin Zero. If Penguin Zero cancels you, dude, you're fucked.
Okay.
Like there's few people like
about
that have like a moral authority like him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about it. So I guess I don't.
Because it's different than politics and the rest of the world, you know, where notoriety is good even if it's bad. It's different when it comes to the internet because being canceled, you're fucked. You know,
well, especially if you're canceled for a good reason, not if you're canceled because you said a word that doesn't mean anything.
Well, no, that'll blow over. Like that kind of canceled, you might be canceled for a minute, but it'll blow over.
All right. Well, what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about Abigail. But anyway, that's a new series that I'm going to try to put out on my channel. But you know, we'll see how it goes. But
So the new, where'd it go? Oh, NECA is releasing a Predator Badlands deck action figure.
Yeah, we'll see how well.
You haven't seen that yet, have you?
No.
I think you would actually like it.
I don't think I would. I'm sorry. I don't think I would.
I don't think you'd love it, but I think you'd like it.
What I have been reading, I do not think I would enjoy this. Actually, no, wait, what am I talking about? I have seen it. Oh my God. Predator Badlands. I did see it. I'm sorry. I did see it. No, it was terrible. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. We argued about it.
It just blew. I was like, what are we talking about? This is, sorry. I'm sorry.
We did argue.
I just had a huge brain fart. No, that movie. No.
So you started Stranger Things. I've heard it's bad. Like I'm a couple seasons behind.
It's not.
Like,
here's the thing.
Did you finish it?
No, I've watched 2 episodes and neither of the episodes have made me want to finish. I have a
Yeah, I've heard it
friend.
gets worse. I've heard like a
Ugh,
lot of people, they're like really
it's just
disappointed in it.
one of the characters that they introduced in the last. Well, here's the thing. My main problem is the fact that this thing came out. The season 4 came out 2 years ago, and I don't want to go back and rewatch season 4 just so I can be like, what the
Dead
fuck
Meat.
happened?
Dead Meat. Watch the Dead Meat. They did season 4. They released their kill count, and he walks through the entire thing in like 30 minutes. You get a brief on the entire. You can like his
All right,
kill
well, I'm
counts
gonna
are
have
the
to do
best
that.
for that, like that
I,
type of thing.
all
Like
right, I'm gonna
anytime
have
you
to
need a
do that.
refresher on a movie or something, if you're gonna review it, kill counts are always great for that. They're like one of the best ways of like quickly getting a good memory of a movie back or a
Okay.
series.
Well, I need to do that, but it
So
doesn't matter.
let's get to our chat some.
Well, we will, but I want to give my opinion so far on Stranger Things since you asked
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I have not felt compelled to continue watching after the first 2 episodes, and the main reason is I really do feel like the writing has taken a huge dip.
Yep. That's what
And like
everybody's saying,
season
which is
4,
weird. It's like 2 years. They had they had over a year to write it, but they've had over
yeah,
2 years to get this thing done.
but season 4 already started feeling like it was going down. Despite I loved I forget his name off the what's his fucking name? The character, the metalhead. Why can't I remember his name? I'm blanking. Anyway, like I thought he was great. I thought he was a great character. I really liked the arc. I really liked how everybody, I liked that stuff. But
I
there was
think
a couple of
I think
characters.
it's one of those where the reason they wanted to end it in the first place, I think the Duffer
I
Brothers, it was like, because it was so successful, they've just kept making it. But there's got to be a part of them that is like dying to do something else,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find the character that I'm thinking of now that is just so annoying. And they introduced her in season 4 and she's in season 5 now. She's the disc jockey. She's the radio jockey
I don't
for
know.
their
I haven't seen 4.
Oh, you haven't seen 4? Well,
No.
anyway,
The
so
last
for
season I watched was 3.
those of you who watched who are caught up on Stranger Things, that
It's just
character I
2
can't
time
remember.
consuming, dude. Like it's like watching fucking 4 movies.
Right, and that's the thing. That's why I don't like watching TV anymore. It's why I'm just a movie guy anymore, and I don't watch TV series because it's like I gotta dedicate 24 hours of my life to this shit. You know
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
why I like HBO type of shows where each one's like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but there's only like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
It's not nearly like Stranger Things is like 6 or 8 episodes, and each episode's like 2 hours. Like
Is
it's
she in
so over
season
the top.
3 Live Wire? I can't remember. The season 3 is the worst season, but I don't
Yeah,
remember her being in season 3.
I don't
Is
remember.
it Robin? Is
I've
that her name? She's the
Yeah, I think
redhead,
it's
the
Robin.
lesbian. The fucking lesbian, all right? I'll just say it. Like her character sucks. And
Are you talking about the one that's like what's his name's little sister? The metal or the the dude that drove the Trans Am, his little
no,
sister, his stepsister.
I can't remember.
She's the redhead, the tomboy.
Is she a Tom? Yeah. Then yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah. What
Oh,
about?
that's
Dude,
right.
she's
Yeah,
been in it from
she
season
works the
2,
ice
I
cream shop
think.
with Steven season with it says she works the ice cream shop with Steven season 3. That's right. Yeah.
Was it 3? I thought she started. I thought she was in 2. Like she's been in it for a long time. But anyway, like didn't they kill her? I thought she got killed off in season 4.
Nope.
But then I heard they're bringing her back or some shit.
No, yeah, that's Max, I think, right?
Yeah, Max. That's who. Are you talking about her or are you talking about someone else?
No, I'm talking about someone else. I'm not talking about Max. I'm talking about someone else.
I don't know who you're talking about then.
Yeah, Rockin' Robin. That's what she calls herself. Yeah, that character is.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is. That must be in season 4 because I don't remember anybody named Rockin' Robin.
Well, she calls herself that as the DJ. I'm trying to get back.
I know, but I'm saying like I don't like she couldn't have been in 3 because I don't.
Thank you for your help, chat. I'm a retard.
Anyway,
but yeah, I just can't.
And what's wrong with calling her a lesbian, dude?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just
like the fact that you apologize means it's like you're like that's something derogatory.
The reason okay, fine. I guess I'm not sorry, but
I
it's
mean,
like,
it's
but
not like
well, because they're pushing, they're just trying
it's
to.
not
I
calling
don't.
her names. Like that's what she is.
I just don't like her. Just her character is just bad. And the
Yeah, I
dialogue
don't
in
know who
this
you're talking
season is
about, so I
also
can't
just
like.
rough. Like the dialogue is just so rough, and I'm just like, what's happening here? And 11, I don't know what's going on with her either. I need to watch the Dead Meat thing. I just like,
Yeah.
fuck me, man.
Yeah, but
Season,
I
yeah, leave
just
me be
think
clear.
all of
Season
it
4,
needs to end. It just needs to end. I mean, all the
yeah,
kids are like fucking in their mid-20s at this point.
yeah.
It's like hard to like I get what they were doing here, but there's no way you're going to be able to end this like super strong. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you think about everything that it takes, like even if they were able to write their asses off, it's like you run out of ideas. You know what I mean? This
I
much
don't think that's
writing over
true.
this much time about the same thing because they haven't done anything else. That's the problem.
I don't think. I mean, look, there parts of me agree with you, and other parts of me don't. The part of me that does is like, yeah, when you have a series that that has an overarching, like the series is just like it's one big story. I think those do
And the
tend
fact that they
to.
haven't the reason I'm saying that though is not just that they're writing a series, right? But that's all they're doing. And I think that's the problem. The reason I'm saying this is like earlier today, I heard someone say this, and you may not agree, but they said your audience will know when you're burned out. And it like that really hit me. I was like, fuck, dude, that is so true. And like you need to be careful. I need to be careful to not burn out. And what burns most creative people out, because it's not workload. I can work myself to death. That does not burn me out. It's when you start to just feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're not doing something creative and interesting and new, because those new, fresh ideas are what make you excited. And there is no way that they are still excited about what they're making. Not like they were early on. It's just not possible because there's like all the exciting elements that come to creating something like this. They're like, what new are they bringing? There's no way they're at this point, you're just mostly like kind of wrapping it up.
Yeah,
Like all the cool creative creations and idea, like, the upside down world, like all that's already been created. The monsters already have been created. The villains have already been created. Like, think about it. What else new are they getting to create at this point? They're not. And so like if they had taken time off and done like maybe other projects or movies or shows or whatever, and like they were coming back to this every few years, that'd be one thing, but they're not. They literally have done nothing but this for like, what is it? 15 years
what, Stranger Things?
or 10 years? It's at least 10 years, right?
At least, yeah, at least. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, like, yes, what you're saying is true, but then there's also TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
But
and
they do other things and they have a team of writers.
yeah, but it's, well, sort of, but
This is
it's
the Duffer
also
Brothers. Like it's them. It's not a team of writers really. Like it's these guys.
Star Trek, like,
Star Trek, dude. Star
I know they
Trek,
didn't have
like,
serialized. I know it wasn't necessarily serialized, but like
but all the
even
best ideas with Star Trek came with their movies down the road when they had years and years in between and they were creating different things. Plus, think about who created Star Trek. Like, think about all the different things that he created. It wasn't just Star Trek.
fine. I'm just saying TV shows can go
Right? Isn't Star
wrong
Trek
without worrying.
what's his name? Um wasn't Star Trek created by what's his name?
Roddenberry.
Yeah. Like Roddenberry wrote books, like he did all kinds of crazy stuff. So it wasn't like all he did was Star Trek. So like if you look at
I understand.
he was writing books, he was doing other things. And so I think that's part of what kept him fresh with his, plus he had huge times in between. Like the original show was only what, 3 seasons?
I don't know. I only watched the first season of the original show. I couldn't get into it.
Then what do you mean look at Star Trek?
Uh, Next Generation and DS9 are some of the best sci-fi.
Those, okay, Next Generation is a perfect example. They had a team of writers. So you're always having new people, new blood in that room, in that writer's room. And you have lots of people whose ideas are bouncing off. It's a team of writers. Anytime you have most shows that last a long time, they have a team of writers. And even then,
Sure.
think about how a lot of shows get stale. Like, think about it. Name one show that ended on a high note. Like Dexter's one of my favorite shows ever, and after season 4, it went downhill bad.
No, I agree. One, Buffy, 2, Angel.
Those shows went downhill bad.
Next Gen, no, they didn't. No, they did not.
Are you kidding me?
Angel was incredible its entire run.
Angel doesn't count because it didn't last that long. Angel was only like 4 seasons. That's what I said, 3 or 4 seasons. It's like after that, it's when things seem to really drop off. And Buffy, dude, you're on crack, dude. Buffy went downhill bad towards the end.
I disagree.
The last couple seasons of Buffy were not good. Like Charmed is another one. Like first few seasons of Charmed were great, but then after like they started really going downhill. But those shows also don't count because they just had the weekly big bad of the week kind of thing. They're done in a totally different way. They're not like this is another problem with these shows where they shoot the whole thing in one go. They write and create the whole thing in one go. Those old shows would do like 20 something episodes. And so like they were kind of always creating them. There was never this huge gap in between. They had a team of writers, a team of people making them. Like it was just a different.
Emilio, you should be watching on Death Rattle. Ghost Pirate will not be streaming this show starting next year. So you should be watching on Death Rattle, please. Look, man, like I said, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think that there are certain exceptions and there are certain things that you can do to keep a show interesting, to keep it running. But yeah, totally. I mean, like I think you're right. I think the Duffer Brothers are just kind of burnt out on their property, and like I don't think it needed a 5th season. But here we are, so it's like we're gonna watch it. And
well, the word was originally they were ending it at 4, but then I don't know why exactly.
You know what? Cobra Kai was great all of its seasons.
How many seasons is Cobra Kai? It wasn't that many seasons either.
5. And I was
yes, but Cobra Kai had like 3 years in between season 2 and season 3. Remember? Because it was made for YouTube, and then it died. They made the first 2 seasons were on YouTube, and then it didn't have anything, and then Netflix bought it and continued it. So those guys had years, or writers. Also, I think there's a team of people that did that as well.
The writers are. Let me see here. By the way, if you have not seen Cobra Kai yet, 6 seasons. Yeah, it's had 6 seasons. Yeah, I'm just looking it up at 6 seasons.
Yes, but what I'm looking at
seasons are
the first season.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at is the first season was 2018. The first 2 seasons were 2018. They made both seasons in 2018. And then they didn't make another season until 2021.
It says, this is filming dates.
So 3 years in between. Yeah, they filmed both seasons in 2018 is what I read. It just saw.
No. It was 3 years between. It was 3 years between season 5 and season 6. It was a year between seasons 1 through 4.
So were the first 4 all on YouTube?
I don't know. However, it's a fantastic.
They can't be because it was on YouTube and then it got canceled. And then there was a couple years in between and then Netflix. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It was 3 years.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm wrong.
Between 2 and 3, there was 3 years. So that I think is also part of it. But there's been lots of shows. But like, for instance, one of my favorite shows of all time, Fringe. The first fucking 4 seasons were incredible.
Yeah, I
And then
also
that
like
show, the
Fringe.
final maybe season, was it just the last
It's when
season
they
maybe where it was
crossed.
really bad? Exactly.
Spoiler
It
alert,
got
when they
so
crossed,
dumb.
like, yeah, it got really
Yeah.
bad then.
When the fucking No, I didn't think you hold on. What do you mean by when they crossed? You talking about when the bad guys came here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when
Yeah.
everything turned into some apocalyptic
Yeah. The
world kind of
first
shit. I
3
think that was
seasons
just the final season.
were
Yeah,
the
it was
first
like
3 seasons were like,
yep.
ugh,
And even
like, John
after
Noble
some of
was
the
great.
mystery, like even after some of the mystery was gone, like once you started knowing like about the gray dude, the future people, whatever the fuck they are, even after learning about them, it was still good. It wasn't until the whole apocalypse world thing started. That's when it got dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, like but like, I think those are the shows that always work the best though, is the monster of the week. Like Supernatural did it, like Buffy did it, Fringe did it, where every week there's like a different obstacle they got to overcome, a different bad guy, a different monster, and like with Fringe, every week was like a different weird case they had to solve, like X-Men. And I
Yeah.
think those have longevity because every week you know what I mean? Like you have the same characters, but you just have a new, baddie of the week, new monster, whatever. But a show like this is more like a movie. And I think that's one of the things too. It's like what we saw with, um, like it was part of the problem, I think, with, um, Game of Thrones. It's the same thing. It's like once it started to become like it was like too big and you'd already done all these things and it just started
Well,
getting
they
really
ran out of book.
repetitive.
Yeah, but they ran out of book. I know
Yeah.
exactly the moment that they ran out of book in that
Yeah.
show,
You
and
could tell.
you could
Big
just
time.
tell that you're
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, man, this is
I
not
know.
good."
And they tried, man. They tried taking a couple years off to write it and everything, but
Right.
it's like just wasn't the same.
No,
Which is
X-Files,
odd
yeah,
because they got the same
X-Files is
writers.
great.
Dude, X-Files was amazing, but
Yeah,
it did
X-Files is
fall off
awesome.
towards the end as well. Like X-Files, I think season 7 or 8 is when that show started really falling off. But
Yeah.
there's so many things that go into it. It's like once they lost David Duchovny for a season, and like it's just hard to keep a series going so that long.
Yeah.
And like I think what the Duffer Brothers have pulled off is pretty awesome considering. Because I mean these are like
Yeah, I
finding
know,
a
I
way
think
to keep these kids from the time, like all this time, and keeping them it all still making sense, and like you know what I mean, and keeping it's like it's a lot.
yeah, no, I look, I still think it's a good show. It's just the writing just seems to have taken a downturn these last 2 seasons, and this season in
Yeah.
particular has just not made me want to keep watching, and that's what got me
Yeah,
into that
dude, 10
show.
years. 10
That's what
years.
Yeah, that's what got me into
Stranger
that
Things has been
show
on.
when I first saw it. Was just like I could not stop watching. I wanted to keep watching the next episode, and these last couple of seasons just hasn't been like that. So it
Part of it
sucks.
for me with Stranger Things is also it did something that we hadn't seen before. And then since it did that thing, a bunch of things have kind of done that thing.
Which
Like
was
the kind of nostalgia, like
the 80s, yeah.
yeah, like nobody was doing that. Now everybody's doing that. We've seen it
Everyone's
done a
doing it.
bunch. And
Yeah.
and so like and also they couldn't just stay in the 80s because these kids were growing up. So they had to
Yeah.
start migrating, and so things also have gotten kind of less interesting because the world around them kind of got less interesting too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but
just
now
the 90s were just not as interesting. Like you can say what you want, but like the 90s as just artistically were not as interesting as the 80s. They just weren't.
damn, even grunge?
Yeah. I mean, I there's lots of things I love about the 90s. I'm just saying, like, as a whole, it was less interesting. Like, if you're gonna use it as a backdrop and time period for your thing, the 80s is so colorful and full of life.
I
Like, don't
think
get me
people
wrong, living through the 90s, there were still a ton of things to love. I'm just saying, if you're going to have it as your backdrop in your movie, it's less interesting.
Sorry, I'm eating peanuts. I need to have a snack.
But I mean, like, it just, it just is.
The
Like
80s?
the 90s, especially, there was a period in the 90s where it got very, like, kind of stale. Like right before grunge started. It was
I want
like
to talk about
the 80s had worn off and the 90s didn't know what it was for a minute, like around maybe 93 to 95. And then all of a sudden grunge and all of that started banging, and then hip hop started moving, and everything kind of blossomed into the 2000s.
Do you know about the YouTube channel Acculturation? You should look up Acculturation.
It does sound familiar. I may have
This
seen
dude
that.
does a bunch of metal reviews. I
Oh,
love this
okay.
dude.
I don't think I
Yeah,
have.
he has a super inconsistent upload schedule though, but I love his reviews on metal music. But he also does a bunch of videos where he talks about culture, and he talks about culture in terms of the stages of grief, and how each decade represents a certain stage of grief, and the cycle excuse me, that the cycle that essentially repeats itself.
Well,
And
art reflects the culture and times around it. So like
sure,
when there's war and things like that, there's like the culture, art really reflects, those kind of things.
yeah, I'm just saying, look up Acculturation and look up his decades series. And
And I think
chat,
that
you guys should
the
do this too.
deepest art is always the art that's created from the pain of war. But then the most fun, happy,
Yeah,
uplifting shit is when we come away from war.
yeah,
So it was like the Vietnam era created the most like depth in art. Like there was a ton of depth in art that was created from Vietnam era, right? And from the Korean War, right? But then we had this boom of color and pop and fun and less depth because the war was over, and it was like everybody was like celebrating, and that was the 80s.
yeah,
And then we went back to war in the early 90s, and and we got grunge, we got the depth art, hip hop, the writing and all that. It got more deep again. And then think about the early 2000s. It was this pop of color. It was like bright and stupid and fun, less depth. But it's always that way. Like that cycle is always that way. And it, not coincidentally, happens to usually land around the time of the second term of whoever the president is, because most presidents go to war in their second term.
yeah. Well,
which is why everybody's waiting.
yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I think I think it's a great channel. I think everybody should look it up. But anyway,
I tried, but it
it's
doesn't.
pretty. It's occult. OCCULT. Acculturation. I'll
hold
send
on.
it to you if not.
Hold on. It fucking used an A. Occult. I don't know what the hell word that was. It was like Hispanic or something. There we go.
You found him?
No, it still keeps taking me to this dude, Rami.
Okay,
spell it for me again.
I will.
OCC.
UL.
Yep.
TU.
Oh, TU. Hold on.
Yeah, TURATION.
RA.
Acculturation. Look. Look, it's on the screen.
Okay, I got him.
What is melodic?
Yeah, that guy.
Gee, that's a hella small channel.
He's great though.
No, it's always interesting to me though when someone recommends a super small channel, because I'm like, how the hell did you discover that? Like, that's like good on YouTube for like, you know what I mean? Like, anytime someone discovers a smaller channel, including my own, it's exciting because it means YouTube is doing its job. Because It's one thing
Well,
to
I've
just
been
show everybody Mr. Beast, but we need like little
yeah.
channels need to get love too.
Yeah. And I've been doing I've been watching this guy for a couple years now. So I've been watching him since he was like super, super small. But I
Yeah.
really I and that's
Well,
funny coming
anything
from me.
under 100,000 is like impressive if any of us discover it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, I
Because
guess.
even
And
in
I discovered you when you were like super new,
that's what
right?
I
So,
mean. Like anytime
so
anybody
like
discover, that's what I was saying. Anything, any of us to discover that's less than 100,000 is great. It means we're only discovering it really from YouTube, like the
yeah,
algorithm doing its job. And that's encouraging because
yeah.
no one wants to live in a world where YouTube is just, only these giant conglomerations. That's why things like Mr. Beast need to die. Because like no one ever should have gotten as big as he is. Like
Oh,
it's
whatever. The guy put in the
dude,
work to keep his
460 million.
so what?
No, no,
So
no.
what?
I'm not 100 million is that like anything above 100 is just insanity. 460, like no one's even close. Like I
So
think the
what?
second biggest now is 100 million
I don't care. What is it? Who cares? Who cares how many subscribers somebody has?
because it's corporate. That's why it matters.
I guess.
Like it's the opposite of what YouTube should be about. You know what I mean? Like this is
What should
about
YouTube be about?
independence and create independent thinkers, independent creators, independent, you know what I mean?
YouTube stopped being about independent creators in 2020.
No,
Or
it,
sorry,
it's
independent
it's
thinkers. YouTube
it's
stopped being
still
about
about
independent thinkers
independent.
in 2020.
No, it didn't. It's still about
Independent
independent thinkers
thinkers?
and individual things.
Really?
Yes.
When it pulled channels that had opinions on COVID differing from the CDC or the WHO, that's promoting independent thinking. When people were
Well,
going nuts over the whole
but a
ivermectin
lot of that
thing,
was more of them being forced into a lot of that
they were forced.
to a certain extent.
And what
A
have they
lot of
done? What have they
social
done since?
media, dude, they've opened up a lot of stuff. Like they're
Do they
actually
bring those channels
continuing
back
to.
and pay them the back payment that they and all the money that they might have missed out on? No.
Well, a lot of that is not like okay. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. A lot of it is people knew better and they were still breaking a lot of the like things that were set down. And it wasn't just the anti because it was everybody. Like it got to literally a point where YouTube was like, if you say COVID, we're not even letting your video go out. And it wasn't that they were trying to stifle, like everybody acts like YouTube is just trying to stifle everybody's message, but it was like it was out of control. The only way for them to like try to get a handle on it, because the algorithm can only grab so much, and they themselves were even against the fact that like because they weren't trying to shut up people. And that was kind of what was happening because it was only these like extremist people in a lot of cases that were getting blocked and stopped.
Hey, thanks, Firefrau, for the $5.
Thank you.
Off to see Sisu 2.
Oh, it's so good. So fucking
Yeah,
good.
I gotta see it. The first Sisu was awesome. Look, I just think
I think you'll
I don't
like
wanna
this
talk
one
about
more. It's
I
at
don't
least as
I'm
good.
sure I will. I'm sure I will. I don't want to talk about YouTube and their policies, but I'm gonna push back if somebody said that YouTube promotes independent
But it's
thinkers
just a
because
lot of it.
they
A
don't.
lot of it is complicated. It's like
Sure, fine.
guns or weapons or like there's certain things that in order to stop a bad party, you put like a certain words and things into algorithm. Well, you're also going to get some good people who had good intentions. It's like suicide right now. Like if you have a video that says the word suicide or whatever, a lot of cases it'll get like blocked or shut down or whatever. And it sucks because that also a lot of people that have good things behind what they're talking about, you know what I mean? Suicide prevention or just telling their story. There's a lot of good out there that use that word. But unfortunately, in order to stop people from literally encouraging and or killing themselves and doing things in the videos, they have to implement something like that. And so you can't just only get bad apples. Sometimes you get good apples with that with that sweeping thing as well. You're talking about hundreds of millions of people. Like there's hundreds of millions of videos uploaded like every second of every day.
Yeah, sure.
I just think that everybody acts, it's just like shadow ban. Everybody acts like that's actually a thing. And it's like, no, it's not. Shadow ban does not actually exist. Not with YouTube. It's just, it will feel that way sometimes, but it isn't work that way. Like it feels like I've been shadow banned since since the middle of summer, but it doesn't work that way. It just comes in waves. Like I'll have a moment where I go up again as well. Like I didn't do anything different. I didn't do anything wrong to be shadow banned because there is no such thing as that. And everybody acts like there's all these, like something like YouTube is one of the few things that there aren't people pulling a lot of the strings at this point. A lot of it is just an algorithm. It's just a computer making a lot of these decisions. So it's not like there's some, dude twirling his mustache, like, being like, I'm going to take that guy off the air.
I think there's a guy twirling his mustache.
There's not. It's too big.
I think
it's too big. It's not possible.
All right.
That's why you still see nudity slipping through the cracks. Like you're scrolling through your shit, and all of a sudden you'll be like, how are these naked ass women on fucking video right now?
Yeah.
Like TikTok.
You can do that. That can get through, but God forbid I have 5 seconds of a Warner Brothers clip that they don't like, and that gets my channel copywritten. So yeah, I get it.
Because it's like I said, it's not people making that decision. It's just a blanket algorithm thing, like that's programmed in. So it's like the algorithm is like that is owned by Warner.
Immediately the shadow band. It's the shadow band.
Like there's too many of us for there to be people that actually have any like that's why it's so ridiculous when people are like,
Mr. Wonderful is in a mood today.
Like imagine like you do not if you honestly think shadow banning exists, you legitimately don't even understand the scale that YouTube is. There's hundreds of millions of videos uploaded every second of every day. It's not possible for anybody to be like, that guy right there, we're going to shadow ban that guy. Like it's too big.
Well, no, but if I think what shadow banning, I think a lot of people, when they talk about shadow banning, I just think they think that the algorithm has deemed their content not fit for sharing for one reason or the other, despite not making any changes, like you said.
Yeah, but you're not, it's not like it is like your channel. We're not going to ever share your channel. It's a video by video, subject by subject case. So like because it's really as simple as this. There's only 2 criteria that the algorithm cares about. One, is this what people are going to want to watch? And if so, we're going to share it to those people, right? 2, is this harmful or dangerous for those people? If it's dangerous, we're not going to share it. It's like literally that's simple. Like there is no like agenda. And that's what I mean by it's not that shadow banning doesn't exist in a technical way. It's that it doesn't exist in the way people try to say it. You know what I mean? Like people act like there's some agenda behind it. It's not.
When I think of shadow banning, I think it's the term shadow means that there's no guy twirling his mustache going ban that guy. It's an unwritten, or not, what am I trying to say? It's an unknown, because we don't know how the algorithm works. YouTube barely knows how their algorithm works. So the term shadow banning is that there's something in the algorithm that is not pushing this content for a certain reason. And that's why it's called shadow banning. That's
I know, like I just said, it's not that it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the way people talk about it. Like that's all I'm saying.
Diddy, I'm not ignoring you guys.
Like the way most people talk about it, it doesn't exist in that way.
Yeah.
Like there is, you do get, flagged, so to speak. There are things you might content and types of things you make that are going to get you, your stuff not shared. But it's not that there's some agenda against you. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. Now, it won't share your shit if it doesn't think there's anybody out there that's going to want to watch it. Like right now, my videos aren't being shared a lot because for whatever reason, it is decided that there's not a lot of people that, you know, but it also kind of comes in waves. Like it'll share me a bunch to like a whole new audience for a while, and then it stops for a little while and kind of like reevaluates. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so it's more of waves, and that's why I was trying to explain it that way. Everything works in like a wave pattern more than it is like, okay, well, we've decided we're no longer sharing your channel. Like it doesn't,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it'll come again. It just takes time sometimes. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, let's get to the chat.
Well, yeah, Diddy, I know you were messing with me, but he's like, DJ is ignoring us. I'm not ignoring you guys. I never ignore the chat. You guys talk amongst yourselves a lot. And when we're talking about stuff, I can't, like, we don't have a producer. Like, I'm the producer of this show. Like, I can't see everything that's happening.
Where's your skinned door to door? What?
Darren says, where's your skinned door-to-door salesman's head from in the background gone? Skinned door-to-door salesman's head.
What is he talking about?
Did you have something in your background that was a skinned door-to-door salesman's head?
Oh, is he talking about my Texas Chainsaw Massacre face?
Oh,
my leather face?
You're talking about Leatherface? I don't know how far
I
back I
have
want to go because everybody's talking about
Krampus.
TV shows.
Can you see my Krampus?
Well, I know Mr. Wonderful has been talking about boobs all day. Have you guys also been?
I can't get it on
engaging?
camera. Can you see him?
Yeah, you have a Krampus and you have some gremlins.
Yeah, it's Christmas, so I have like some Christmas props on the set. Like the only times my set changes now is like for Christmas. Like I have a Christmas the killer Santa Claus machine behind me. Christmas, bloody Christmas. But anyway, I'll change up the stuff for Halloween and for Christmas. Other than that, it's just kind of Oh, but I forget who it was. Mickey, I think it was Mickey Worley sent me this.
Aw, little.
Yeah, because when Frankenstein came out.
Frankenstein Care Bear.
Yeah, she thought I'd like this.
Yeah, that's great. I like the lightning. The cloud with the lightning.
Yeah.
Old Frankenstein bear.
Yep. I know. I think that's awesome.
By the way, I want to remind everybody we are looking for a new logo for the show. Right now we are using we're using some AI slop, and we want to stop doing that. So if you're an artist, with some time on your hands and you want to take a stab at making us a logo, we would love to see your stuff, and it'll be on everything that we do, and we would love you. We know that art, we know it takes a long time. We know we know you're not free. So we're just asking for a donation of some real art for our logo so that we don't have to use AI slop anymore. It was something that we did a couple years ago, and we're
more than happy to trade. Like, you do that and we'll shout you out.
Yeah, and we know shout outs don't pay the rent, but it's all
if you want to put your logo, like if you want to put your logo small on our logo, or like things like that.
Whatever. It's fine. We'll take it. And take a crack at it.
Me
like you want.
Some way to promote it.
Takes.
Like we'll help promote your business if you do us a logo.
B Movie Theater says, do you have any of your own art that you would like to incorporate into it? No.
Our faces, maybe.
So the one thing that I think of is like both of us, like our like we're skulls, right? But our features are what they are. Like you get your eye patch and your beard. I get my mustache.
Yeah, like
and my
your thick mustache. Yep.
Yeah, in my hair, and we're both yelling at each other into a microphone. Like I think that's that's what I would like. But I want the creativity of it. So that's it. Gaston says, I'm a graphic designer. Hey, something with a skull to keep the theme would be okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, man. If you have time, please let us know.
Don't like do an initial mock-up. Like don't spend a ton of time on something. Like if you have an idea, throw something simple together that just gives us the idea of what you know what I mean? I don't want anybody spending like a shitload of time on something.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yeah, we don't like that. You know what I mean? Or we like it, but it needs, can you do this or that to it? So like, I'd rather someone do a simple, rough sketch, so to speak, and then we can like give you our input on that before you go and invest like, a bunch of energy and time into something.
Yeah.
And it could be a
Or also,
hand drawn something. It could be digital. Like, we don't even care.
how can you get in
Shit,
contact with
you
us?
could use AI, and if you changes to it and we can't tell it's AI, that's fine.
Don't do that.
What I'm saying is, I don't care
I'm
how
asking
you
you
get
to
it
not
done.
do
If
that.
we look at it and we're like, that is dope, then
No, we specifically said we don't want AI stuff. Like,
no, but you're not going to plug into AI and just get it to spit out something we're going to like. But I'm saying if you were to do that and then make changes to it, drawing in whatever, and change it to where it looks like something original. Like, my point is, we don't care how you go about getting it. If it's cool looking and we like it,
I care.
cool.
I care. I don't want more.
Well,
AI.
yeah, I mean, we don't want you killing anybody.
So
Although,
how
if
do
you
you
were to
get
go kill someone and skin them, that could be some pretty cool imagery.
in, so
I'm joking. Don't kill anybody.
our our email address is not displayed on our channel, so I have to change that. So give me a second. Our email address will be on the channel, and you'll be able to contact us with it. We can. What are you doing?
I was just trying to do what do you call it? The ASMR.
Oh, ASMR, please stop. I have the reverse. I have the inverse reaction to ASMR that
it makes my skin crawl.
I can't.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I hate it. It legitimately makes me like cringe, like just like this like irritable feeling. It's the same feeling I get when someone startles me. Like, I fucking hate getting startled. The other day, my kid startled the shit out of me because I've been sick. And when I'm sick, I'm much easier to like startle and stuff. And he like came up behind me and grabbed me on Thanksgiving and grabbed me like my shoulders. And he, just giving me love, but it startled the fuck out of me. And I was like, you're so lucky that I'm sick and slow right now. Because if you had startled me that bad and I was healthy, I would have literally have punched him in his face. Because normally my reflexes are like, especially if somebody touches me from behind, like without even thinking about it, I would spin and throw a punch, but because I was sick, I was just like,
okay. I just
how was your Thanksgiving?
Mine? Good.
Yeah. I just remembered we hadn't talked since Thanksgiving.
Ate food, watched football. It was a good time.
What up, prop dude? Yeah, we got to watch my Niners whip the fuck out of your Browns.
Yeah. Our offense.
You were trying to talk shit. Like, you actually thought for a second.
I thought we could. I thought we could
pull
it off. I thought we could pull it off.
The Niners got issues, but they're still like playoff caliber team, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if the Niners were healthy, they would probably be the number 1 seed this year. They just have had a lot of injuries, and like everybody counts them out and forgets that like they're still a team that's got a whole bunch of Pro Bowlers.
Well, hang on. So for B Movie Theater's question, and for everybody else that might want to know how to get in touch with us, I just put an email on our channel. So if you go to the Death Rattle Podcast channel, click on About Us or whatever, and click Show Email. It's the Horror Sucks email because we don't have a real email address for Death Rattle yet, but just for now, you can just send it to that, that's how you can contact us. But anyway, Niners are a better football team than the Browns, but
Diddy, I'm much better than I was last week. Like, when you guys saw me last week, I was just going into the sickest part. I didn't realize it yet, but like it was starting to get it deep into my lungs. And so like by the next couple of days, I was like really like, that heavy, thick mucus in my lungs kind of thing.
ASMR
but no, dude, the Browns defense is incredible. And they have a lot of talent. They just, dude, if you don't have a quarterback, and like Shadur might be their guy, but to know he would have had to have the whole training camp and like,
We
you
need
know
a
what I mean? Like
we
you
need
need
that. We need a
time.
line. We need a line, and we need a new
Yep.
coach. We need a new coach.
I don't think you need a
I'm
new coach. If
I'm
anything,
over
you need a
Stefanski.
new GM.
No. Andrew Barry is clearly solidified as his picks have been fantastic.
Dude,
We are
he's the
our
idiot
play
that went
calling.
and spent more and guaranteed for a quarterback than anyone ever has in history.
Okay, one mistake.
Yeah, and
The
that's the
Deshaun
reason the
Watson,
team
the
is not
Deshaun
winning
Watson
in the going
debacle.
to the playoffs.
The Deshaun Watson debacle is not enough to fire a GM when you've had so many other picks that have played out. Our rookies this year
I just don't know
are
why you would blame your
excellent
head coach, dude.
because he's run out of ideas.
There's nothing he can do.
There's no
He
creativity to his play calling.
he doesn't have a veteran quarterback. He's got rookies that are like very, very green. So without a quarterback and then without some key offensive linemen, like what do you expect them to do? Like they've been in most of their games. It's not like they've been blown out every week.
Our situation last year, as bad as it was, didn't feel this hopeless. And when you have 2 years in a row, almost 3 years now, where it's just like, what are we doing? Like, it's the same shit.
It's the quarterback thing, man. That's what they should have just stayed with
Yeah, but
Baker.
we haven't had a quarterback since 99. We haven't had a quarterback since 99.
Should have stayed with Baker. Bullshit. Baker took him to the playoffs.
Baker was not going anywhere on the Browns. He needed to find the Buccaneers to be in the situation that is going to be the best for Baker. That's
you're
the
probably
Buccaneers.
right.
That was not the Browns.
I know.
The Baker went as far as he could with the Browns.
Think that Deshaun Watson thing was
it was
debacle,
stupid.
dude. Such a debacle.
No, I agree. It was stupid.
But at the same time, if he comes over and he plays like what he had been playing with Houston, like the way he had looked, dude, like they would have been a playoff team every year. But
yeah, maybe. All right. We gotta get out of here.
What they should have done though, they should have traded Garrett. Dude, you'd get like three first round picks. You'd gotten more for him than the Cowboys got for
what? What would we first off? Myles Garrett is
it's the same issue the Raiders have.
Generational talent
the Raiders have.
That
having one
going,
big marquee player that you're paying $40 million a year.
First round picks. Let's say we get 3 first round picks. How many of those first rounders are going to be the type of caliber player that Myles Garrett is?
They need to spread it around because the problem is you're paying him $40 million a year. You're paying him quarterback money for what? Like he can't win it by himself. So you need to spread that money around. Players like that are only valuable if you have a young nucleus of talented guys around them.
No, they're still valuable. And yes, you do need to build them. You do need to build them up. But I mean,
it's because of if you didn't have the Deshaun Watson thing, it'd be one thing. But because you have that, you're tied up money, and then you're going to give one guy $40 million a year. That's it. Like between him and Deshaun Watson's contract, they got no money left to get anybody.
No, they're fine with the cap. You need to watch. There's this guy named Quincy Carrier. If you actually care about the Browns,
I don't.
Which I know you
don't. I only know about them like I do any other team. I know
he talks about it all the time. Like the Browns cap is fine, even with Watson.
Yes, it's fine, but you're not going to you don't have the money to go and get and make some big trades or get some, like wide out. I mean, they need a wide receiver. Like they need some marquee guys besides just one. And until that Deshaun Watson thing is gone, like you're not going to be able to. And so it's better to just.
Yeah, but trading Myles Garrett is not going to make the Deshaun Watson thing better.
It would, because at least you could afford a bunch of rookies.
You can afford rookies in the draft.
It's what the Niners just did. The reason the Niners are still a good team right now. Like they cut bait with like a lot of Pro Bowlers this past year because
none that have been as influential or as good as Myles Garrett.
No, but they didn't have just that one guy with that contract. I mean, they do sort of, but because they have Bosa. But the difference is they're paying their quarterback Purdy. Once they had to pay him a bunch of money, they don't have the money to like keep all these other, 20 million a year contracts. And so what they did is they cut some of the older guys that were kind of expensive and went younger. And now you got a bunch of young guys that are, like a couple guys that are on their way to be stars in the next couple years. That's how you keep rolling it forward. It's what the Eagles just did. It's what the Packers have been doing.
I'm so glad you asked, B Movie Theater.
What it be?
Give me 1 second. He said, I'm going to this. Let me stop this.
What's your favorite Christmas horror movie?
My favorite Christmas horror movie? I have to think about that.
Like, I don't know what my favorite one per se, but the one I love to recommend, because favorite is different, right? But like my one I love to recommend is what is it? A Christmas Horror Story.
I don't think I've seen that.
Dude, it's so fucking good. And the ending of it is so fucked up and awesome. Like, it comes out of nowhere.
So okay, sorry, B Movie Theater. I thought you were talking about the one that I did. So if you go to, Bloodscribe Creations is my actual horror movie production company. And so if you go to our YouTube channel, so sorry, I'm self-promoting myself again.
Yeah, the Shatner one prop, dude.
If you go to Bloodscribe Creations, you scroll down to our short films. I made a short film called You Better Watch Out. So that's the one that I did. But then the one that I worked on like years ago, where I was a Santa Claus, that was called Mother Krampus 2.
The one you worked on?
Yeah, the one that I was a Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I was in. Yeah, it was Mother Krampus 2 Sleigh Ride. Here, I'll
Ooh, Euro sounds really good right now.
Sorry, my cat is also on me. So this is it. So this is Mother Krampus 2 Sleigh Ride. That's what I was in. And anyway, that's it. So you can go watch it. And you can tell me if you liked it or not. Let me see here.
Talking about?
Prop dude.
Is he talking about the Browns?
The Shatner one. Huh?
He says
Prop dude says the Shatner one.
Quinshon Judkins, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. I sorry, he's our running back. Yeah, Quinshon Judkins is our running back. Yeah. Otaku. Quinshon Judkins. Yeah. Yeah, and Carson Swessinger.
Yeah, I told you that after the game. I'm like, dude, that guy's got skill. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, especially if you know how to draft, like because you're right, they do draft some quality players. It's even more reason why you trade Myles Garrett while he's still got so much value. Dude, all it takes is Myles Garrett, one injury, and then his value's gone. Because he's at that age, dude. It just is. He's got 1, maybe 2 years at this level left.
He looks
dude, he's amazing.
He has more than 2 years. He's
amazing.
Left. He's been getting better every year. He's playing he's going to get all-time sack record this year.
I know. Defensive players, their window of being at their peak is super short.
How long do you think Myles Garrett's been on the Browns?
6 years, right? 5 years?
Since 2017.
Yeah, so 6 years.
That's when he was drafted.
Or 9 years? What, 9 years? 8 years?
Yeah.
But that's my point. He's what, 30? Isn't he 30 right now?
I don't know.
Defensive players do not last into their 30s. They just don't. I think he's like 31 or 32.
Myles Garrett is a generational talent. He is the one that is going to last.
But for what? For what? They have at least a few years before there will be a contender, at least.
Next year. We're in it next year.
Who's your quarterback?
It's going to happen.
Yeah, he's 29, dude. I'm telling you.
One of the rookies. One of the rookies.
Now is when you trade him. They're going to watch. They're going to wait. He's going to be like amazing for like 2-3 more years. He'll get injured somewhere in there and lose all value, and they'll end up getting nothing from him.
He's gonna retire a Brown. All right, we gotta go. We have to go. We're running late. I got stuff I gotta do. I'm sorry. I'd love to talk about Browns with you. I really would, but like it's 8:16. And we're not.
I don't even know what that is.
I would love to be able to go back to a
Jamal.
2-hour, 3-hour stream, but just right now, I can't do it. I just can't do it. But yeah,
it's on
Otaku,
YouTube?
glad you missed the show, bro. Missed you. Missed quite a few people tonight, but it's okay. It's the holidays.
It wasn't
It's
a very
December.
good show. It was just us talking about the Browns.
We have great shows every week. I disagree. I think our shows are super entertaining, no matter what. But all right. But anyway, thanks guys for showing up today. Thanks for watching. Same time next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 who gives a shit all the way over in Australia. This is the Death Rattle Podcast. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.